Avoid the woman who's been single too long. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. Okay, today we're going to be talking about why you should avoid the woman that has been single too long. All right? One thing that you have to understand about the woman that is single too long is that she's more intense than the man that's been single too long. See, a man that's been single too long, right? He'll still find a way to entertain himself. He'll still find a way to gain knowledge, and he'll still find a way to become better. But he'll also become better at his sexual urges, which means that at some point, the knowledge that he gains would allow him to go back and get him a woman if he needs be. But when it comes to a woman, the further away she goes from a relationship, the more of a dislike she's going to have for men. And that dislike is going to continue to get higher and higher and higher. But one of the things that she's disliking is the simple fact that she doesn't have anybody, because she has unrealistic standards. All right? And the reason why a lot of women have unrealistic standards is due to the simple fact that they're covering up for their emotion. All right? So everything that they describe about a man that they want is giving in to a piece of her emotion that makes her vulnerable. So we're going to talk about that today. Like, why do you want to avoid these women who've been single too long? And majority of them have the bad attitudes. All right, we're going to go over that. First, these type of women are going to always fear from getting hurt. All right, that's their biggest fear, is getting hurt. So they're going to play the safe road their entire life. They're typically not going to be with a man unless he gives all the way in, right? Unless he's just completely beta. But the moment he's completely beta, out of frustration, she would make his life miserable. He would start to think he's doing something wrong. She'll turn into a narcissism. Why? Because she'll rather control somebody else's emotions than to have her emotions played with. See, you have to understand, a lot of this attitude that women are giving men is due to the simple fact that once women feel their emotions attaching to a man, and they really don't want to be hurt because they've been hurt before, or it's something that stimulated since they were little, they may put up a fight or put up an argument to throw dysfunctionality in the relationship so he breaks up with her. All right? The woman that's been single for a long time is really scared of being hurt. So when you try to talk to her, you try to get close to her, her heart is trying to parabond so fast that she gets nervous and she'll create confrontation. So you not want to date her, or you find a way to end the relationship. All right. So understand, if they've been single for too long, even if you try to get to know them, at some point they're going to make you mad, because they're going to try to break the relationship. They're going to try to get you to dislike them, so you stop talking to them. All right? Now, if they do something to make you mad and you don't stop talking to them, then they're going to look at you as being beta, which means they're going to drag you in for conquerorship. Next, the woman who's been single too long has become a perfectionist to her life. All right? In a lot of cases, she's bought a house, or she has a nice apartment that is very clean, and when you walk in, it smells good. It looks like she bleaches all day. It looks like she had a maid. No, she just been going so long without having a man. Her time has been filled up with gossip with the girls. Most of it is cleaning up the house, and the other part of it is going to be marrying her job. All right? So that's the problem that you're going to have with her, is that she doesn't have any relationship skills. She only has, I know how to work a job skill. I know how to gossip about other people and make myself feel good that I'm not in a relationship. And I only know how to be perfect. That's it. She strives so hard to be perfect. but her desperation always shows. But what keeps her lonely is due to the fact that she doesn't have relationship skills because she's always guided by her emotions. So she lives life in the safe zone. Next, those type of women fear hitting the wall. All right? Every girl fear hitting the wall. But they know if they get in a relationship, the chances of them hitting the wall may come faster. What I mean is that when a woman is single and she's on a regimen where she goes to the gym a certain time and she's getting a lot of attention, she's not ready to give that up until it gives her up. In other words, a lot of these women, they want to be in a relationship, but the attention that they're getting from people keeps them single because they love that, always want to be adored, always have options, always feeling good. All right, as long as she's in that mindset, she's going to always stay single. It's going to keep her single the longest because it doesn't show signs that she's hitting the wall. So she feels like she has infinity opportunity to choose from, and she's working for that knight in shining armor who's the best guys of all guys, who's unrealistic to show up. All right? Then once the world stops giving her compliments and stop giving her likes and she feels like she's hitting the wall and she's coming back down, that's when she's going to go and just grab a beta male and run all over him because she sees herself hitting the wall. So understand, a girl that's been single too long is really afraid that she's going to get in a relationship, get comfortable, and hit the wall. She would rather do that when society and the atmosphere is already has her hitting the wall and not the relationship, if that made sense. Next, she's afraid of being feminine and vulnerable. That's women's biggest fear now. All right? The woman that's been alone the longest wants to be known as being tough. She feels like if she gets in a relationship, then a man is going to see all those vulnerable things that she's trying to hide. She don't want to seem like she needs to be protected, but she wants to be protected. She don't want to seem like she needs somebody to hold her at night, right? But she wants somebody to hold her at night. Everything that she's acting like, she really wants. That's the confusion part of a woman who's been single too long. She's caught inside of this masculinity way of thinking, but her natural reaction needs all the vulnerability and needs all the attention and gratification that a woman needs from an alpha male. She needs that. So her being scared of being vulnerable and scared of showing that she's feminine is going to go deeper and deeper and deeper. She's going to fall in love with that the more she doesn't have a relationship. You have to understand, the longer she goes without a relationship, the more masculine she is, the more she fears of being vulnerable, and that's going to keep her single. Next, she's scared of losing her independence. That's the thing. Women that have been single too long, they value on, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. I don't need nobody to help me with nothing. I could do all of this by myself. She feels like if she gets to know somebody or if she gets in a relationship, then she's going to automatically lose everything. And the reason why she feels that way is because deep down in her heart, she's ready to love somebody. But psychologically, it's telling her, no, you don't, no, you don't, no, you don't. You're under AI. We programmed you to do everything by yourself. Your mom, your auntie, your sister, television has programmed you to not need a man. You're supposed to stay independent. Well, her heart is saying, well, I really want to find somebody to love. And if I find somebody to love, chances are I'm going to give my heart to them and I'm going to let them tell me what they want me to do. That's how women are. When they get to the alpha male that they love, all that independent stuff goes out the window and they start adapting to the man. They start being what the man is. When she's in a relationship with a beta male, the beta male started adjusting himself to what the woman wants. So the woman who's been single too long is the most vulnerable woman who is scared of falling in love and having a man control her, because if he does it, then there's a chance that she can get hurt. That's typically how it is. The person that falls in love the most is going to get hurt, and that's done on both ends. So the same way that I just told you about what happens with a woman if she stays single too long, affects a man in the same way. But Men get over it faster. Women typically become cat ladies. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully I was able to get the message, and hopefully you was able to understand. Comment, like, subscribe. Hasta la vista.